On this week's edition, we're going to continue our What Is That series with a look at the pump house at 301 Sophia Street. All right, so we're here today with Mr. Bill Beck, former mayor of Fredericksburg, who has owned the pump house for the past 20 years. You've probably seen the pump house. It's right next to the city dock, between the city dock and the railroad bridge. And just a really cool property, and Mr. Beck was kind enough today to give us a behind-the-scenes look at the pump house. So, Bill, tell us a little bit about the history of the pump house.
Okay, well, thanks for coming here. We love showing it off. We bought it, like you say, 20 years ago. It had belonged and been originally built by the Sylvania Corporation, the big cellophane manufacturing plant downstream. And this was built as a water intake station for their cellophane process. It was, even though this is in the city and the plant's in the county, you know, everybody worked together back then in 1947 when it was built. It actually has all of the equipment still down in the basement. It drew 20,000 gallons of water a minute out of the river and sent it downstream in two big pipes. And as you know, that was the world's largest cellophane plant right here. This cost $100,000 to build in 1947. It's a huge concrete structure, most of which is really underground because the pumps and all down in the basement that we'll go see are below river level.
So, Bill, tell us a little bit about what you'll find here at the pump house and how you've used the space. And
well, you know, what we found when we bought it in '98 was a industrial building that had never been anything but industrial and had been out of use for 20 years. But we came in and installed this floor and did the kitchen and made this livable and put in heating and air conditioning and stuff. And then the floor below, one flight down, we'll take a look at that. We actually, Jason Gallant, Rappahannock Restoration, did the work for us. It was one of his earlier projects. But he bolted to the side walls, put in a floor. I've got bookshelves. It's like a little den library down there. And then the really fun space is down right by the river. We have this huge big deck, and then behind that, the room I call the river room that actually was the water filter room originally. We got rid of the filters and just made that into a party room, really. But it's just 12 feet above river level, so every once in a while it gets the river in the room. But fortunately, it's all concrete. We just hose it out and go on.
And you've used it as a kind of weekend place for the past 20 years?
You know, we only live 4 blocks away,
right.
So it's really just an evening and a little bit of weekend party house. You know, we have a big 4th of July party every year. And it's just been a lot of fun. We keep some canoes and kayaks here. I've got a little electric boat. I haven't even gotten in the water this year, but yeah.
And I believe you were telling us that you are the only, other than the owners of the Sylvania plant and then Spotsylvania County, you're the first non-municipal, non-corporate owner.
That's right, yeah. There actually are wonderful pictures taken in 1927, I think, of a big brick warehouse building that was here that sort of looks like the house across the street, that big red brick 19th century warehouse. That building was torn down sometime around 1930, I think, and then the Sylvania Corporation bought it in, I think, 46, and then Spotsylvania County when they did the industrial park down at the Bowman Center. They owned it, yeah.
Well, it's just as we're talking, there's a train going by, and you can probably see the river in the background, and it's just it's a beautiful space, and it's such a neat property. It's just one of those just really neat properties that you don't often get a chance to learn about. So
yeah. It's been great for us to have a little riverfront getaway that's 4 blocks from home, but it is neat to be in the historic district in Fredericksburg, right in downtown, you know, but to be able to be sort of hidden away on the river and still, 200 yards from the train station. It's pretty special that way.
Well, thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
It was a great tour, and just a beautiful property, a treasure of Fredericksburg. So thank you for showing it off. And so that'll do it for this week's edition. And next week, we're going to head down Caroline Street and tell you about a cool new event that's going to be occurring on the streets of Caroline Street here in October. So we'll see you then.